Got to give the people with a broke foot. Get the people, my foot ain't even broke. What they want, but my ligaments did. Ooh, that's a hard remix. I like that. All right, 3.3. Well, I'm entertaining myself, apparently. More log properties. All right, so we got 3 log properties that you need to know in addition. First up, the product property. So if you got the log base b m and the log plus the log base b n, that means the log base b, notice all the bases are the same, and that's m times n. There is your product, okay? It's pretty straightforward. So for example, if we have the log base 612 plus the log base 610, if I want to rewrite that using the product property, I'm going to say, actually, why don't you try to rewrite it right now? Boom, you did it, and you're like, okay, well, it's clearly the log base 6, and it says I need to take m times n, so I'm going to take 12 times 10, and I get the log base 6, 120. Boom. Simple. It's kind of straightforward. Now I can break it apart in the same way. So why don't you break this apart using the product rule? The log base 814. There are multiple ways that you could break. It's only really one way that you're going to break that apart. What would you do? So hopefully you're like, all right, I got this. That would be the log base 8. So what do we need to multiply? So 7 plus, notice these are connected by a plus, log base 8, 2, right? Because the 7 times 2 is going to be 14. So that is the first rule you need to know. You need to know how to put them together and take it apart, the product property. Now we got the quotient property. It's like the exact opposite of that. Now you have the log base bm minus log base bn. So now when they're being subtracted, what do you think you're going to do? Oh, log base b, but now you divide. Excuse me. You divide m and n. M and n, haha, quotient, right? Quotient means dividing. So why don't you write this next one down? And why don't you go ahead and put the log base 420 minus the log base 45 together using the quotient rule. Cool. You paused and you did that. You're like, all right, well, I know it's the log base 4. I see this is subtraction, so it's the quotient. So I need to do 20 divided by 5, which gives me the log base 4. What's that? 4? Perfect. Next. Man, what's up, y'all? Antonio's back. Another guest appearance. Tell the people what's up.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, see, there we go. All right, so next, we're going to take the log base 12, 9, and we are going to break that apart using the quotient rule. How could you break it apart? On this one, there's just a lot of different ways I believe that you could break it apart. So here's how I broke it apart. I said, okay, I got to have the log base 12 and a log base 12, which we know, and I know I have to subtract. And I'm going to do log base 12, 27, and log minus the log base 12, 3. Because 27 divided by 3 would have given me 9, right? That would have been the log base 12, 27 over 3, which is the log base 12, 9. All right? So that was one way I could have done it. This subtraction sign looks weird, so I'm going to fix it. Minus. There we go. Last property. Man, I shortened this video so much for you all. You all better do your homework. We have the power property. This one says if we have the log base b m to the n, that equals n log base b m. So what did I really say? If I have this, if I have this in an exponent, I can just move it right to the front. That's it. So go ahead and rewrite this using the power property. Hopefully you did that and you were like, oh, okay, let me just take this bad boy, move it to the front. So I would get 3 log base 7 49 here. And let me go ahead and rewrite this using the power property. You're going to do that. So you're like, oh, well, let's take this and move it right here. So I'm going to get log base 10, 8 to the 6th power. That's all we're doing today. Hopefully you got those. We'll work on them tomorrow. Mr. Bass, I'm out.